Hey y'all, it's your girl Cece
and Mina J,
and we are your hosts of Say What Newz. Now, today's topic, we will be talking about loving yourself.
Falling in love with yourself.
Falling in love with yourself is something that's so important and so essential right now in a world today where we are people, they're lost. You know, they may see someone else on the TV screen or the magazines, and they want that lifestyle. Right. They want it.
Yeah, and this goes for men and women.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. It does.
But of course, we can only speak from the woman's
perspective. Yeah, but men go through it too, because I understand as women we do hold them to a certain standard as well. So yeah. It's men and women. So yeah.
But falling in love with yourself, this topic is very personal for me because this is something that I have struggled with for most of my life, even went into my adult life. And you know, we see as women, you know, Beyonce and J-Lo, and you know,
I'm guilty for that.
All of these, you know, really, I mean, attractive women, and we're like, oh well, why? In my case, you know, like, why aren't I their complexion, or why are my, you know, why isn't my body type just like J-Lo's, or why can't I have a butt like Beyonce? And I really struggled with that. But I started to realize, you know, as I've gotten older, and I just got to a point that, you know, I'm not them. I'm Mina J. So that's what I need to focus on. Focus on being in love with who God made me to be.
That's such a good one. Yeah, how God made you to be. And that's an essential. We need to realize that, you know, we are created in His image. So at the end of the day, who is to say, you know, who's beautiful and who's ugly and who's not, and all of this, and you know, it's all just it's really just so it's almost like, not necessarily materialistic things, but you know, I'm not sure the word I'm really looking for.
It's almost, I don't know if calling it trivial.
Yeah,
it's correct, but you know, you can't live your life based upon what you see on a TV screen or the movie screen. You know, those people get paid to look like that. Yeah. And if they didn't look like that, they wouldn't be on television.
Exactly. And,
you know,
and I know many girls, I see many people on Facebook and Twitter and all that who glorify the stars, especially the big thing right now is the reality TV shows. We got the Basketball Wives, the Housewives of Atlanta, and all that, and people see that and they glorify these people. And I mentioned this before on Facebook. These women are getting paid to shed their dignity and morals. They're getting paid a pretty penny. Is it worth it? I mean, only they're the judge of that, but you have regular everyday Facebook girls who's doing this stuff for free and the wrong kind of attention. Right. It's silly. You know what I'm saying? It really is. It's crazy and it's silly, and we just need to learn how to just try to be on our own level. Be on your own level. Forget what those people are doing. That's almost like it's like a fantasy world, you know? And
it's a fantasy world, but also a materialistic world.
Very materialistic. And I mean, and if that truly is you, then
hey, go for it.
Go for it.
If you want to be on television and, you know, rocking Chanel and, you know, Prada and all of that, hey, if that's what you want to do, go for it.
Do you, boo. Do you. I mean, but yeah, it's so much that goes into that world. We just look at those people and we just see the glitz and the glamour, but we don't realize what's behind the scenes of all of that. Exactly. You know, but at the end of the day, like we saying, that's them. You need to, you know, focus, be in your lane, focus on you and what you can do. Like I said, self-love, it starts with self. And, you know, especially, you know, women in particular, you know, and this kind of goes into them with relationships and them wanting to find the relationships. They're always wondering why they're falling for the wrong guy and or staying in these crazy relationships that, but you know, it all comes down to self-love and self-respect. You know,
right, exactly.
It starts,
if you can't respect yourself and love yourself for who you are, and as an individual, the woman that God made you to be, or even the man that God made you to be, then you can't expect anyone else to love you or respect you.
Right.
You know, you have to illustrate to other people and present yourself like, I am who I am. And if you have to take me at face value, and if you cannot do that, then that person is not for you. If they are against you, you gotta cut them loose, because it's not healthy to keep dead weight around anyway.
Right. And we also need to stop, and this is another thing, stop trying to win the approval of other people. Honestly, that's why half of you, seriously, that's why you do what you do. Like I said, the shiny stuff, the glitz and the glamour, it's not really for you. It's for a persona that you're trying to persuade that you're just trying to put out there for other people.
And you're not fooling
anybody but yourself. You're fooling. I want you to go, get up right now, look in the mirror. That's yourself, and that's who you're fooling. Nobody. And I know some people personally. I ain't gonna do that. This is not that kind of show.
We don't name drop.
We don't name drop. But cross me and I will. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, it's you're not fooling nobody but yourself. So, you know, guys, just you know, be on top of that. It's so important. And also too, it's something that it's passing down. It's breaking that cycle too as well. And you're passing down, and especially people out there who are parents, you know, you have kids, and those are the people that really scare me, the ones that have kids,
the ones who have children, because children, like older people always say, they're like sponges. And they see everything. They're very observant, and you know, they see a lot and they hear more than what you think. And they may not understand, but it will not, you know, it's manifesting itself right now. And it will come to light. It will come out throughout their actions, their words later on in life.
And so we need to, I'm real strong when it comes to the youth and everything, and I really feel that it is so important that we set an example for the youth. You know, like they always say, we always complain about them, but look who raised them. You have to look at who raised them. Especially we're getting up there in age. Well, you know, we're only 22, 23, but that's our generation. You know what I'm saying? That's our generation that are raising these, you know, kids. So it's important. Instill that self-love in your kids from day one. All of that.
And you know, you may be thinking like, well, how am I going to even begin to love myself? Well, first and foremost, you have to block out all of the BS. You have to block out all the negativity and just focus on yourself.
Definitely.
You have to, you know, even like what I had to do one time was just make a list of the small things that I like about myself. You know, whether it be your hands, your nose, your eyes, you know, your eyebrows. Make a list of the stuff that you like about yourself, and you will see that list continue to grow as time goes on. And once you are done with that list, evaluate that list. And if you have to, men and women, if you have to stand in the mirror naked and look at yourself and just be like, you know what, this is me. This is who I am.
Because I know me personally, I'm sexy as hell without my clothes on. Boy, I'll be ready to take it off. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. That's just me. I had to get to that point too, because I wasn't always like that as well. You know, but shoot, you can't tell me nothing when I got my birthday suit on. Shoot.
If that's what you have to do, then do so.
Yes.
You know. And you may have to do it more than once. I mean, it's not going to come overnight.
It's not. It's,
you know,
it's a process. It is. Yep.
Definitely.
Because like I said, I mean, I've even been through that, you know, before, of especially when I was, you know, younger, like in high school. My thing was Beyonce. I was a big Beyonce. everything about her. I wanted to be her. I thought she was so perfect, and you know, even other people too. Like high school, that was hot. And so,
which I can't remember.
I can't remember either. And it wasn't that long ago. I don't know why we acting like we so old.
Right.
That don't make no sense. But yeah, so I personally, and not too many people know this, but it was a point in time where it was like this one summer, and not only that, but too, like it was just a lot going on. I was falling in love and all this, but like it was like a whole summer. And I think it started off purposely, but it got to the point where I was just so used to it. I had like literally for a whole summer stopped eating. Like I just wanted to have that dream body and all that stuff like that. I got really small, you know, and everything, and you know, I eventually gained my, you know, weight back up and to a perfect point. But you know, but just something like that, I did something that drastic, all for what? For, you know, just to have this certain image, you know what I'm saying, and be accepted and everything like that, and just to be like somebody else, you know. And it's I look back, and sometimes I look back on it, I'm just like, that's crazy. Like, but those are the types of things that we as women will do. And then not only on top of that, but then once I got to the place that I really wanted to be, and I was just feeling myself and real confident, I found something else, you know. So it's like a never-ending cycle with us. You do one thing, you're gonna find something else that's wrong,
and it's tiring. It can be stressful, and it can also be very mentally and psychologically draining.
Yes, it is. That is so true. So so at the end of the day, our main point is that, just, you know, getting back to the point, is we need to start fall in love with yourself before you're worrying about impressing that guy and falling in love with him or all of that. You need to worry about, first, of course, you know, the Almighty, the Creator, you know,
the Lord,
and everything like that. And then
that's always a given.
Yeah, that's always a given. But
then secondly is you
love you come first, even
before your children. And I know some people may be like, but seriously, if you cannot love yourself and respect yourself and take care of self, how are you even going to be able to take care of your children? How are you going to be that example that your little girl needs? You know, if mommy doesn't love herself, and if mommy is down on herself and wishes she was someone else, your daughter is going to see that, and she's probably going to end up the same way. Why? Because history repeats itself. And like I said before, children are sponges.
They are.
So, you know, yes, at the end of the day, we are saying that fall in love with yourself, it is a process, but it can happen. And trust me, when it happens, it is one of the best feelings in the world.
It is. And everything seems like it just comes into place, you know, when you just have that. It's almost like just a certain confidence that you just have about yourself. And not to get confidence mixed up with cocky.
Right, because there is a difference.
There is a huge difference. So, not to get that mixed up, you know, and just, you know, confidence, you know, humbling. Humble. Let's be humble.
Right.
But yeah, everything will come into place. So, and
you will feel so much better about you. And you know what? If there is something that you want to change about yourself, do it.
Do it.
If you want to have a flatter stomach, you're gonna have to work hard to get that flat stomach. But I bet if you want it, then you're gonna work hard for it. You know, you have to work at whatever you want in life. It doesn't come to you on a silver platter.
Nothing comes easy.
Right.
Nothing that's really worth it, I would say. Comes easy, but when it does come, you'll appreciate it so much more. So, yeah. So you guys, you know, if you guys have any thoughts or opinions or suggestions on today's episode, and it's actually our first episode, so Yay for us. It's finally and we're still in the works of everything. We are so much stuff that so
much that we want to present to you guys and bring forth, and it will happen.
Yes,
we are gonna make sure it happens.
But we just need the continuance of the support and everything. So for those of you who have shown support this far, thank you so much.
Love you.
Word of mouth. Tell your friends and your family.
Tell your kids. Tell your wife. What was that? Oh, that was hide your kids, hide your wife.
Tell him, let him know. And what was his name? Antoine Dobson.
Antoine or something like that.
I don't know. A hot mess.
Tell him too.
Tell him too. But yeah, so like I said, thank y'all for the support. For the haters, I hope y'all swallow sharp broken glass. But anyway,
remember guys, hit us up on Twitter at Say What Newz, Facebook Say What Newz, and our email address is SayWhatNewz with a Z7@gmail.com. Leave your questions, comments, and even topics that you may have for the show, and we will talk about them on the show. And if we choose your topic, we have prizes for you guys.
We sure do, and everybody likes prizes.
And it's not going to be like a yo-yo or anything. We will have gas cards and gift cards for you guys. It's the spring season, so it'll be spring-like stuff.
Springy stuff, and we know y'all like gas cards because we know
everybody like a gas card.
Yeah, so
who's gonna deny a gas card?
Shoot, I know I won't. Shoot, I might comment myself if I can get one. Shoot. So yes, please, like I said, like I expressed in the second promo, we really want this to be we don't want to be your servants, but you know what I'm saying? Whatever you guys want to talk about, we're here to help. And as well as you guys can help us as well. We want to, help each other. Yeah. So can participate because there are prizes. So so all right guys, well thank you. You guys have an awesome week, and if this has touched you, then we know that we've done our job, and that's all that matters.
So always remember, love yourself, you guys.
Respect yourself, y'all. God bless.